What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Wrestlescope. Hope you're all doing great. Today, we're diving into everything that went down on this week's SmackDown, plus all the breaking news, wild rumors, injury updates, and shocking retirements from the world of professional wrestling. There's a lot to unpack, from Rhea Ripley getting injured to Brock Lesnar's controversial return, and even a beloved WWE legend saying goodbye to Japan. So make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and let's jump right into it. Now, as always, we're not doing a full recap of SmackDown. Instead, we're breaking it down into the good, the bad, and thankfully this week, not much ugly. And honestly, WWE actually delivered a decent show this time around. Let's kick things off with something exciting. It looks like the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six is going to be a thing, and that could be awesome. These two factions, despite strong pushes, haven't really connected with fans. So what's WWE's answer? Throw them together and let them beat the hell out of each other. This has all the makings of a brutal, violent, attention-grabbing feud. If it works, great. Maybe we finally get one of these groups over. If it doesn't, at least it's contained chaos. Speaking of returns, how about Ilya Dragunov? The Dragon came back after a year away and walked out with the U.S. Championship, beating Sami Zayn in a surprise twist. He's sporting a new neck tattoo and looked absolutely locked in. That title win got a big reaction, and now the question is, will WWE give him the kind of push he deserves? Or will this be another short-lived high? Either way, it's great to see him back. Now, shout out to the women's division. We got a solid tag team title match featuring Sol Ruca and Zara, and even though they're still developing in the ring, they're improving fast. Their match with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss felt like a real step forward. The women's tag team division hasn't always gotten the love it deserves, but this was a good moment. Then there's the real-life couple making waves, Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. They're off to a fantastic start as an on-screen pairing. Zelina interfered last week during Black's match with Damian Priest, and the chemistry just works. Vega's always been better as a manager and presence rather than a full-time wrestler, and putting her in this darker, more mysterious role alongside Black, honestly, it could be something special. A kind of WWE answer to Karrion Kross and Scarlett, only this time the act feels way more refined. The tag team division on SmackDown also continues to deliver. Los Garza vs. the Motor City Machine Guns gave us a killer match with story depth, action, and a real sense of urgency. Both teams have history, both want the titles, and it shows. It's rare WWE gets a tag division truly firing, but right now on SmackDown, they've got something special going. Oh, and then we've got Cody Rhodes, who's had enough of Drew McIntyre's games. This feud is heating up and fast. Cody absolutely snapped, hitting Drew with the title belt and nearly dropping him with a crossroads through the announce table. Security had to step in, and you could feel the intensity. This is clearly building to a stipulation match, maybe at Survivor Series, and it's shaping up to be a brutal end to a great rivalry. But it wasn't all perfect. Let's talk about the downside. Sami Zayn losing the U.S. title so quickly was a real disappointment. Sure, Dragunov's win was a cool moment, but fans were really connecting with Sami's open challenge run. This could have been a longer, more meaningful reign, maybe even a defining one for Sami. But nope, it ends before it really begins. It's frustrating how often WWE cuts his legs out from under him. Then there's Shinsuke Nakamura, who had a brief appearance last week and was written into what looked like the start of a feud with the MFTs. And this week, nothing. Just a name drop. WWE had something brewing there. Fans love Nakamura, especially when he's fired up, but they dropped the ball. Maybe he's injured, maybe it was a one-off. Either way, it felt like a missed opportunity. That said, at least there was nothing downright ugly this week. For a change, SmackDown gave us a lot to enjoy. And maybe, just maybe, creative is starting to click. It'll take a few more weeks to see if it's a real turnaround or just a fluke, but the signs are positive. Now, let's shift gears and get into this week's biggest news stories. First up, Rhea Ripley. Reports say she suffered an injury during a match in Japan involving Io Sky, Raquel Rodriguez, and Stephanie Baker. Apparently, Raquel powerbombed Io onto Rhea, and that led to her nose being busted open. Blood was pouring everywhere, and she had to be helped to the back after the match. Rhea, being Rhea, had fun with it, posting a photo of her nose next to a dog with the caption, "Twins." But as of now, there's no word if she'll be pulled from TV or War Games. We'll keep you posted. Next, we have a controversial return. Brock Lesnar is back, but according to the Wrestling Observer, not everyone is thrilled. In fact, several women on the WWE staff were reportedly disgusted by the decision. Some on the production team don't think Brock's return made any real impact past the first week. His segment with R-Truth was called embarrassing by insiders. So yeah, fans may have popped in the moment, but long-term, this comeback might not be the home run WWE hoped for. Then we've got an update on Jacob Fatu. He was written off TV after getting taken out backstage. Someone dropped production equipment on him, and he ended up bleeding and missing teeth. The match between him and Drew McIntyre is off, and reports say he'll be out until 2026. That's a huge blow. Apparently, he's getting major dental and medical work done, not cosmetic, but serious health repairs. Wishing him a full recovery. But who actually attacked Fatu? There's speculation that Drew McIntyre was involved, especially since he was spotted in backstage footage. Drew denies it, but the seeds for a feud are there, especially since Fatu was targeting both him and Cody. In other news, AJ Styles might have just wrestled his final match in Japan. After a show, he addressed the crowd, standing next to Shinsuke Nakamura and CM Punk, and gave a heartfelt goodbye. He said when he first came to Japan, he wasn't sure fans would accept him, but they embraced him, gave him trust, passion, and love, and in return, he gave everything. Styles closed by saying that even when he leaves the ring for good, part of his heart will always remain in Japan. Beautiful stuff. And speaking of goodbyes, Maria Kanellis has announced her retirement. She's been through so much: thyroid surgery, skin cancer, multiple health scares, and now she's preparing to have her third child. While she's not totally done with wrestling, she says her in-ring career ended in January. She's open to working behind the scenes one day, maybe with Women's Wrestling Army. A class act, and we wish her all the best. Finally, some clarity on R-Truth's character change. Remember when he came back as a more serious version of himself, even using his real name, Ron Killings? Well, that experiment didn't last long. In an interview, Truth explained that Killings was meant to speak for Truth, almost like a rebellion. But fans demanded the return of the old Truth, the fun, chaotic one. WWE listened, and he's back to his classic character. Honestly, the serious version had potential, but in a year full of creative confusion, this was just one more idea WWE gave up on. And that's it for today's breakdown. SmackDown gave us some hope, the news cycle gave us a few shocks, and the road to Survivor Series is already heating up. Let me know what you thought of the show and the news this week. Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss another update. Thanks for watching Wrestlescope. I'll catch you next time for more wrestling content. Stay safe, stay passionate, and keep loving this crazy world of pro wrestling. Peace.